Hello everyone, welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to the match preview for Arsenal against Burnley. Talk about relegation 6-pointers. Did we ever know Arsenal and Burnley were going to be in the same level? I don't think so, but the truth is currently we are. Yes, we are like 7 points ahead of them, but 15th and 18th, not that far. We are both struggling for goals. We are both struggling on the table. We are both struggling, having very bad seasons. So it's a big game for both teams. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at Arsenal's form, Burnley's form, especially Arsenal's home form and Burnley's away form. I'm also going to be taking a look at the all-time record and the results at the Emirates Stadium between the two teams. And of course, at the end, I'll be taking a look at my lineup and my prediction for the game. So let's just get straight into it. Both teams struggling on the table, both teams having very bad season. In fact, if it wasn't for some of the promoted teams like West Brom and Fulham, maybe both of us would have been like 19th and 20th. But I mean, it's a big game for both teams. Sean Dyche is hoping for a win. Arteta really needs a win. Who is it? Which team needs it most? I would say Arsenal, but I'd kind of say both because the tough schedule is here. December fixtures are here. Both teams don't really have good fixtures. Chelsea, for Arsenal, we still have the likes of Everton to come. So this is one of the games we need to win massively. So for the all-time record, obviously you'd expect Arsenal to be on top, and you're right. Arsenal has won 54 games. There have been 22 draws, and Burnley has won 33 of those games. Surprisingly, they've done well in those all-time record stats. And this season, let me take a look at the home form for Arsenal and the away form for Burnley this season. Let me start with Burnley. So this season they've played 5 away games. They lost 4-2 to Leicester. They lost 3-1 to Newcastle. They drew away to West Brom 0-0. They also drew with Brighton 0-0. And they lost to Man City as usual every single season 5-0. So that is 0 wins, 2 draws and 3 losses. They've only scored 3 goals away from home and they've conceded 12 goals. Overall, they've played 10 games. They still have a game in hand. They've only won 1 game this season, won 1 game, 3 draws and 6 losses. And those draws against Brighton and West Brom, you can actually argue that those are games they needed to win but only got a point. And 6 losses already, even though they've played the likes of Manchester City and Chelsea, not very easy fixtures. They've scored 5 goals the entire season and conceded 18. Arsenal at home, we started very well, 2 wins out of 2, beating West Ham and Sheffield United 2-1, and we lost to Leicester City 1-0. We also lost to Aston Villa 3-0, and we also lost to Wolves 2-1. So that is back-to-back home losses at the Emirates. I don't know the last time we experienced anything like that. We always had very good home form, but this season it has been nothing like that. So we've won twice, lost 3 times, scored 5 and conceded 8. Now, looking at this result, you'd say both teams are on poor form, home and away. But seriously, Burnley have scored 5 goals, we've scored 10. Even the poor Arsenal have doubled the number of goals as Burnley. So if they even end up scoring 1 or 2 goals against us, that will be terrible. These guys do not score any goals at all. They usually depend on set pieces. So if you defend those well, they rarely get any goals. So let me take a look at the results at the Emirates Stadium, all-time record at the Emirates Stadium between the two teams. The first time we played them at the Emirates was way back in 2010. We beat them 3-1, and the likes of Walcott and Fabregas were there. I remember that game was, I think it was like a week or 2 after that Ramsey horrific injury at Stoke. I think that was our next home game, so it was kind of a sad affair, but we managed to win 3-1. We also won 3-0 back in 2014. We won 2-1 in 2017. Wenger's last game at home, we beat them 5-0 in 2018. We also beat them 3-0 in 2018, Emirates' first season. And last season, Emirates still in charge. We beat them 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium. There's also a couple of clashes in the FA Cup. In 2009, we beat them 3-0, and in 2016, we beat them 2-1. So that is 8 out of 8 victories at the Emirates Stadium against Burnley. 23 goals scored, 4 conceded. And Aubameyang, surprisingly, or not quite surprisingly, has been banging the goals until recently. He has scored 7 goals against Burnley. I'm pretty sure that is the most he has scored against any team, and that has happened in only 5 games. So very, very good record for him. I'm hoping this is the kind of game he'll be back for. I also remember away to Burnley, I think he scored a hat-trick to tie for the Golden Boot with Mane and Salah in 2018-2019 season. So I hope this is the game for him to start scoring again. Burnley will be defending, but maybe even for them, they see this game as a must-win, but I'm really hoping it's not that. So that is the all-time record. That is all the fixtures we played at the Emirates Stadium. And now let me take a look at what team had failed to get the job done. So the lineup, the formation, the personnel, all that has been in everyone's thoughts literally the entire season. I don't think there's any game where we fielded a very strong lineup or 100% lineup or a lineup in terms of consistency, back-to-back games and stuff like that. It's always all over the place in terms of formation and stuff like that. So my lineup for this game, let me put it on screen right now. I'd go for Leno in goal, obviously. I'll have a back four of Tierney, Gabriel, Holding, and Bellerin. Now, of course, many people want Bellerin to be dropped, but remember the games are coming very fast. We have another game on Wednesday. We have another game again on Saturday after that. So, obviously, all of them will get a chance to play Cedric, Niles, Bellerin. And I think this game, we really need some width. We really need some pace on the wings. And I know he's not the best at delivery, but I need that pace on the wing because I think that is where we can actually get those goals. Remember like the way he did with Ozil and Aubameyang when we played Leicester a couple of seasons ago, Emery's season. I need that kind of Bellerin in this game. I don't want the Bellerin who has foul throws and stuff. So we are going to be depending on the width in this game. So Bellerin and Tini are going to be providing that for us. And then in the middle, I'd have Dani Ceballos and Elneny. Xhaka was very, very poor against Wolves with Ceballos in the middle. So I wouldn't have that combination again. And Elneny was superb against Dundalk. Quality of opposition, I know, but he was very good scoring that goal. And then I'd have Saka and Willian. Now Saka and Ceballos will be either side of Elneny and then Willian right in front of them. I don't want Willian on the wing. No. I want him as the number 10 behind Aubameyang and Lacazette. So they have not gone for any wingers. Of course, Saka and Willian can drift wide, but I want Tierney and Bellerin to provide that. I really need them to provide that because I want Willian to be the number 10 in this game. So that would be my lineup. On the bench, I'd have Ranason, Cedric, who had a very good game midweek, Luiz if he's fit. If he's not, of course, we'd have to have Mustafi there, Granit Xhaka, Maitland-Niles, Joe Willock, and Aiden Nketiah. There's a shout for Smith Rowe to start, but I'm not sure who you drop. Maybe the only person you can remove from that bench is Joe Willock, maybe. Or maybe if you say Luiz isn't there, but you need a defender on the bench. So I don't know. I really wanted Smith Rowe on the bench, but if he's to come on the bench, maybe you have to drop Joe Willock for him. But he definitely deserves a part in this squad. But that would be my bench. And my prediction for the game will be Arsenal 2, Burnley 1. I still think we're going to concede something from a set piece, and I'm hoping Lacazette and Aubameyang score, and I think they're actually going to score in this game. So let me know what your starting lineup would be. Let me know your prediction for the game. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and make sure to drop a like. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for watching. Keep staying safe. Please, Arsenal, win the game. And I'll catch up with you guys later.